Hey guys, what's going on? So this is incredibly exciting because I get to do a video, and I haven't done a video in what feels like a very long time about things that I like talking about in this game. And one of the things that I could have talked about was the 26.2, 27.0, whatever the next patch is going to be. I actually don't know, because right now we're in 26.1, and whatever the next patch is going to be, they're changing a lot of the units in order to adjust for death waves. And the most exciting thing about that change that I didn't want to make an entire video for is the idea that in death waves, they're going to give you 1.5 times mana. So you're going to be getting 50% more mana than you would in normal waves, because obviously it's shorter and it's continuous, and Spirit Master sucks. If you don't have a Fortuna where your Fortuna is giving you mana as well as giving you damage, which apparently is why it's good, I didn't realize that it also gives you mana, but I just thought it was just like a damage legendary hero. But the thing about Spirit Master is that you are just like getting throttled for mana, and as a Spirit Master main player, I have just been losing it like 330 basically just because I have no mana, which was forcing me to run like Trickster. Mari is obviously like the better choice, but there have been people that have been running Trickster and Sturdy Staff. I started building up like a Sturdy Staff, but in the next patch, when it drops, they're gonna change the death waves to give you 1.5 mana, and that's very exciting. And if you didn't even realize that you were getting like no mana during death waves because you're expelling so much mana with your scrapper, it's going to be much better. And that's the thing that I'm the most excited for. But anyway, it's time to hint what plans we have for the game's development spanning the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. I'd like to remind everybody that it is currently September. It's currently September. October, November, December, January, February, March could even be the beginning of 2025. I hope Rush Royale is ready to get the influx of questions every single post that they ever make. Where is all of this coming? Because it has the ability to either be here from now until theoretically March, or not. Because they could just as easily be like, oh, that was theoretical. We're gonna do that, but maybe sometime beyond March. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind when I read all of this, because this has the ability to come out very, very far in the future. Like, this could drop in March. Like, some of these could drop in March. And if you want to, like, keep asking every single patch, every single video, any content creator posts, don't. Don't do it. Don't be that person. I'm going to tell you right now, from now until March of next year, don't be that person that comments, like, where is, X thing that you're, like, really excited for. But I do want to talk about, like, things that I'm very excited for, because I like all of these things, actually. And they've done posts like this. I remember when they released, I think it was like Harley Quinn Summoner talents. They were like, we're going to add talents to Harley Quinn and Summoner, and then just every single post. PvP, new division bonuses and rewards. I did 2 videos that were why I feel like this game is not free to play, and my major argument was the idea that the division bonuses and rewards for getting to champion, for getting to contender, for getting to legendary are not worth it. None of that matters because it's essentially you're trying to make your maxier unit more maxy, and that's it. If you don't even have a heroic item, nothing beyond contender even matters. Everybody is getting to contender, and some people that could not get into champions, myself included, are getting into champions. People that probably were getting into champions but were not getting into legendaries are now getting into legendaries. Everything is much easier now, and especially with like 2K crit people. I feel like if you are not 3K crit, the game is infinitely much easier for you to get to Contender. And Contender, because the rewards are not worth it in Beyond, then the game feels very free to play. Because if a 1K crit player can get to 7K trophies, and there's nothing beyond that for them to aspire to, because like a free-to-play player does not have a heroic item that they actually use. I'm gonna get somebody in the comments. I have a heroic item and I only have 500 crit. There's always somebody. There's always. I can already hear it, and there's always somebody. But people that are like less crit, they don't have any reason to try to like struggle to get to higher things in PvP. And so that's why I feel like this game is very free to play. Because if you can get to 7K trophies and get all of the legendary rewards, that's all you really want as a player. If they add division bonuses and new division bonuses and rewards, I think that is going to make the game less free to play. We'll see. I don't know. Less free to play? Because if you can only get to, champion with a Treant, right? And the rewards for getting into champion is 30 Zeus shards. This game gets pretty pay to win. My argument against the game being free to play is going to be pretty difficult. Because if you can pay to win your way with a Treant or whatever the best unit is, because the best unit is much more easily farmable than a max legendary hero. If you can pay to win your way to the best unit and have the best deck without Zeus, right? You have like really high crit. Like I have 5,000 crit. I don't have a level 20 Zeus. I don't have a level 20 Fortuna. If I had one of those things, my journey would be much easier. If you could use the best unit with the best deck and just power your way through, 10K trophies and get 30 Zeus shards, for example, my argument for this game being free to play is not gonna hold up, but I guess we'll see. Co-op. Co-op has been stale for a very long time. They haven't added anything to level 13. So the fact that they're even changing co-op is exciting. And I feel like there's an exciting thing in here that you guys might already see. But we'll start at the top first. Seasonal modifiers and artifacts. That sounds very Dragon Rifty to me, and that's very exciting. The idea that you could have a modifier for a seasonal modifier or an artifact, like a Dragon Rift artifact for your co-op deck is really exciting. But that wouldn't matter. Updated rewards is a thing, I guess. It's never really great rewards, and usually the rewards are just one-time rewards. Like if they added another stage, if they added a 14, or a 15 or a 16. But the thing that most people are going to be very, very excited for and are going to ask in every single comment section from now until March of 2035, when are death waves at the end of the main stage going to happen? Because essentially, that's endless co-op. Let me repeat that. Death wave after the main stage is essentially endless co-op. All of you people that have been asking for years about endless co-op, that's that. They're doing it. It's something that the community has been asking for a while and will continue to ask in every single comment section until they finally drop it. But yeah, that's definitely what that is. And that's incredibly exciting, especially with a modifier and an artifact. If you can like imagine the I don't know, like just different artifacts, like not the evolution. What is it? I'm trying to think of Dragon Rift now. Which one do I like the most? Or which one would benefit the most? Because I'm thinking about all the level up ones. Like there's the one where the corners level up if you merge next to it. But you should be having just like a shaman player and they should be leveling you up. Or there's the one where every so often something of level 1 goes to level 2. I don't know. Any of the modifiers. Some of the modifiers. Ooh, the trap modifier would be kind of cool. That seems like something that is a bonus that your opponent isn't technically helping you with. The triple trap modifier. I don't know. But yeah, endless co-op. Endless co-op is definitely going to be a thing at some point. Dragon Rift is my mode of choice. It's my favorite mode in this game. Single player mode is incredibly exciting for me. Dragon Rift always felt like a single player mode because you're just playing against the computer, as opposed to PvP, and as opposed to co-op. I liked Dragon Rift for that exact reason. The idea that they're coming out with a single player mode is incredibly exciting for me. I like Dragon Rift because Dragon Rift allows you to use more of your deck. I feel like when you build one good deck, you can use that one good deck for PvP, and you can use that one good deck for co-op, and for the most part, you can use that one good deck for tournament. Dragon Rift forces you to play and invest in multiple different decks. So when there is a Forest Faction space that you need to attack, and you didn't build up a Treant, you didn't build up a Blade Dancer because you're an Inquisitor main, then you can't play that level. Then you just have hunters, and you're level 15 hunter, and your level 15 hunter is not going to do enough damage. And this makes you, the idea that this game is now becoming a collection based game. It's becoming like, level up all of your cards at the same time kind of game. I think that a single player Dragon Rift mode is going to really push your deck. If it plays in the same way that regular Dragon Rift plays, where you have to open up spaces, but maybe it's on a smaller map, that's very exciting. It's going to push people to build different decks, and to have multiple different legendary units that are maxed. I think that idea is both exciting and useful for Rush Royale as a company, in order for them to say, don't just invest in the one deck and stop. Invest in multiple decks, and we're going to give you a reason to do it. Because once you get a maxed out hero or a maxed out unit, why would you switch out to a different unit? Like, if you have a max Treant, why are you going to build up Inquisitor? Why are you going to build up Cultist? This mode gives you a reason. And I always like to think to myself, what are the best units in each faction? And I believe that there is a best unit in each faction except for Dark. Because Dark has Cultist and Sea Dog, and Cultist is fine, but there is no overpowered event unit. Sea Dog technically is, but it's more of a toxic unit. It's not a DPS damage unit. You can use it as a DPS damage unit, but it's not going to go up against a Bard or a Treant. Light faction has Bard, Forest faction has Treant, Magic Council has Genie. Is there another faction I'm missing? There might be another faction I'm missing. Techno. Riding Hood is in Technogenic. Is that pretty much it? Are there 5 factions? I think there are 5 factions in the game, and Dark Domain basically has just Cultist. Fast battles and varying opponents. A lot of people have been complaining about fast battles, or about the battles taking so long. Each Dragon Rift battle, when you have a max deck, just takes forever. You know that you're gonna beat it, and you just have to sit through 3 bosses of waves, waves and then boss and then waves and then boss and then waves and then boss, and doing that 5 times over the course of a day is kind of taxing. And so a lot of people have been asking, can you please have shorter battles? And they said that they would work on it, and apparently they are going to. Lots of gold per event. I obviously could care less about gold. Regular events. Royal Trials, different battle rules each event. I think that this is exciting because Royal Trials, to me, is called Alchemist Royale. It's just run the Alchemist deck and you'll probably win. And I feel like if they do different battle rules, where they're giving you what looks like modifiers, or locked cards, or different modifiers. I think that that's very exciting. So that it's not just Alchemist Royale, because it definitely is. And if you don't know about the Alchemist deck for Royal Trials, I think you should look it up. Heroes. This is exciting. Ability updates and expeditions. The source of hero fragments. Expeditions sounds incredibly exciting, but that could also just as easily be quests. I don't know if you remember, but they used to do quests, and you used to get a rare or a I think it was a rare or epic hero shards. And the idea that that's going to come back, I think people are going to read this and think, oh, win 4 PvP battles, get 20 Zeus shards. And I don't think that that's what they mean. If it is, that would be really cool, but I don't think that's what they mean. There's a big part of me that thinks that they're just going to bring quests back. I don't want to think too heavily into this, because I think that people are gonna immediately jump to a large quantity of assumptions based on expeditions. Like it's going to be an entirely different mode, like Dragon Rift. Expeditions could very easily just be quests, and quests in this game currently are things like win 4 PvP games, get a thing. And I feel like people could be looking at Fortuna on this and being like, oh, I know what they're going to do. Win 4 PvP battles in a row, get 4 Fortuna shards. And I'm just like, or win 4 PvP battles, get 4 J shards. Like there are 2 people on this picture that we have to look at. And I feel like people should temper their expectations about this one. And then clans, massive battles against bosses, which is really exciting. That's an exciting kind of idea. It's kind of like a Dragon Rift. But the thing, obviously, most people will be excited for, time zones no longer matter. I've always championed this for a while, and it was the best example of a fix that I felt that should be easily implemented, and I thought that they were going to do it multiple patches ago. But somebody suggested that instead of a time-based, or instead of people getting to the finish line first, what if when the tournament ends, the team with the most points, because obviously all of the tournaments end at the same time, the team with the most points wins. That's it. It encourages your entire team to play their battles. It encourages, or it allows for the tournament to end when it's supposed to end anyway. And it encourages you not having it allows you to not have to be a reset clan. Just to have your best members, get enough points to cross the finish line and to be first. And so there's no reason. It fixes all the problems of tournaments. Because also in tournaments, you could theoretically have half of your clan do really well and you guys will still win, even if there's a bottom half of your clan that doesn't do well at all. Or doesn't even do sandals, doesn't even use their sandals, right? If they made a mode where it encouraged every single person in your 50-person clan to win because it was max points, and if your clan is not getting enough points, you just don't win, I think that is a much better fix than who can spend their sandals the fastest. Because that's currently what it is right now. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And I'm very excited about all of this. I think it's all very exciting. But like I said, temper your expectations for a lot of these things. Because one, they might not come out in the form that you think that they're going to come out. And two, they might not come out until December of 2035. So, you know, yeah. I'll catch you guys next video.